End SARS. Soldiers killed 103 youths at Lekki Tollgate. Lagos government. Lagos, Nigeria. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu led government, which denied killing anybody during the End SARS protest and later said on CNN that only 2 people were killed, has finally owned up that soldiers he deployed to the scene killed 103 youths who were protesting with Nigerian flags at the Lekki Tollgate. The unarmed youths were protesting police brutality and at the same time agitating for better welfare condition for the Nigeria police force when Sanwo-Olu ordered soldiers to the Tollgate who opened fire on the youths, killing dozens. The soldiers killed them and delivered them to Sanwo-Olu, who has kept the bodies from public glare for 1 year and 8 months. The Lagos State government made the revelation in a leaked letter addressed to the Permanent Secretary Ministry of Health, signed by Director General in the Ministry, Mr. Onafowote Fatai Ido. The letter has the subject, no objection to mass burial of 103 of the year 2020 End SARS victims. The letter alluded to another letter penned by the PS dated July 13th, 2023 in respect of the above subject matter. Following a review of your letter and the document attached, we note the following: Mr. Governor's approval, minutes of Ministerial Board Tender Board Meeting, Procurement Planning Committee sign-off. Following the review of your request and based on the information provided therein, the agency has no objections to award of contract to Messrs. TOS Funerals at the cost of 61 million naira 285,000 only for the mass burial of 103, the year 2020 End SARS victims. The letter directed the PS to make the necessary deductions of taxes. Very interesting. However, they haven't revealed where this letter has come from, and letter has just been leaked. Anyhow, what does this show? That the people are always right, and anytime they are passionate and they exert what is true, sooner or later it would always be revealed. However, what is the point? What should Nigerians do now? Who can be held responsible? Because this is basically almost 3 years after the event, after the massacre. Now the government is owning up to 103 bodies, and now all of a sudden they're bringing in numbers of 61 million, whatever, to make it seem like they're taking responsibility for these burials. But these are lost lives at the end of the day. So who is held accountable? What is the point of having this leaked? Because at the end of the day, they may say that it's leaked. However, given how the government would work, they're not some shabby organization. There is no how this document's just leaked. Leaked where? Leaked how? It doesn't make sense. So, for the fact that this is coming out now, it seems like someone who is covering his tracks, given that maybe the APC, the spotlight is on them, given the election tribunal and court, and also other things and other scandals, criminalities that Tinubu may be associated with, could also bring light on governors, the parties, and external bodies. So this is basically a move, in my opinion, for Sanwo-Olu to cover his tracks, because this article is alluding to the fact that Sanwo-Olu basically gave the order. Interesting. Let's look at the comment section. Sanwo-Olu and Tinubu's the drug baron should be arrested immediately. Who will arrest them? We need to sort of get out of this mindset of delusion, because the more we want justice, yes, of course it is, of course it is what the people want, but you also cannot be delusional to the fact that you exist in a system that has never, ever been held accountable or holds itself accountable. Genocide, ICC action advised. They are saying this lately to create fear in the minds of Nigerians should, in case they plan for another protest, that is also a very interesting one. Of course, with the tensions that are brewing, especially with the elections, petitions court, and the outcome. I mean, to be fair, I don't think anything will come of it. I don't think that the court would all of a sudden decide that Tinubu, who has been inaugurated, is just no longer the winner. And you already know what your Electoral Act says about non-compliance in the elections. The non-compliance can exist. Your act, your constitution gives room for non-compliance, which is vague. Anyways, what is non-compliance when it comes to the elections? Your people did not define it. And the non-compliance that could have occurred basically can exist, but shouldn't, to a very large extent, alter the outcome of the election. So if anything that's labeled as non-compliance existed during the elections, let's say, for example, records of results were not uploaded, as long as the non-compliance did not significantly change the outcome of the election, it's going to be dismissed. So I'm saying this by saying, in the courts, there's basically, not that there is no hope or there's no justifiable evidence, but given your constitution that is the authority for whatever happens in the court, they can argue their way out of anything. It's like the rule book already gives the result. So what's the point of fighting? Well, what do you think Sanwo-Olu or the Lagos state government have intended to do by releasing this document that has allegedly been leaked? Do you think it has been leaked, or is just, like a commenter said, a way to warn Nigerians of what could happen if they decide to go on another protest? Before I think, don't forget to like and subscribe.